Cosmo.
Welcome back to Last Night Productions. I'm your host, Carlos. With me today, I got Chris. How you doing, Chris?
Good.
We got Ian. Do you have a message for the people, Ian?
Jesus. Jesus.
Okay.
Super Bowl commercials. Jesus, I don't know. No,
Watch
just happy to be here.
Christian, how you doing?
Satan.
Yeah. Counteract. Yeah, not him. Satan.
He's on the driveway right now.
Me? You know, Jesus. Satan. Christian? Satan.
He's got front row view right now.
Oh my god. Anyway, today we watched Boogie Nights.
In 1977, a kid from nowhere.
Maybe think about your name.
My name, yeah.
Something a little pizzazz.
Dirk Diggler. Good name.
I like your name a lot.
Had a dream of getting somewhere.
Jack Horner has found something special in newcomer Dirk Diggler.
So let me just pop in this 8-track, and you just give a listen, tell me what you think, okay?
It was a time when disco was king.
These are the ones. These are great.
Yeah, those are really cool. Are they lizard?
No, they're Italian.
So you like my shoes?
They're pretty cool.
Sex was safe.
Woohoo!
Pleasure was a business.
Cut. Terrific. Nice work.
And business was booming.
And the award for Best Newcomer goes to Mr. Dirk Diggler.
Wow.
Goodbye, 1979. Hello, 1980.
Are you ready?
But in 1980,
Come on, you puppies!
the party was over.
You are fired! What? You're fired! You're fired!
It's jealousy, it's deceitfulness, it's vindictiveness. But, I mean, God, what can you expect when you're on top?
Oh, wait. Love this part.
New Line Cinema presents a portrait of 2 decades in the life of a business, the days of a dreamer, and the nights in between. Boogie Nights.
So we wanted to go revisit some Paul Thomas Anderson films. Why not Boogie Nights? Especially since Chris hasn't seen it yet. What'd you think?
It was good. It's no fault to the movie, but I was kind of in and out of it the whole movie. But I literally I got it in my Amazon cart right now. I'm gonna go buy it and watch it again later. I really enjoyed them. It was a good movie.
That's good. Is it actually 3 hours long?
The director's cut.
The director's cut.
I didn't know there was did they just put deleted scenes back in? I didn't know there was a director's cut.
It's called it's called Full Frontal Cut. It was on that .org website.
My Blu-ray just has one cut of it. I was always under the impression there was just one cut of it. But
yeah,
there's deleted scenes on the Blu-ray. I don't know if maybe they put them back in the version you watched. I don't know. I always knew it was a longer-ish movie though, but I didn't know it actually hit the full 3-hour mark.
How would you summarize this movie, Ian?
It's like kind of just tells a little bit of the pornography industry. I think they're in the San Fernando Valley, if I recall correctly, of the late 70s, early 80s.
Did you mention it was based off a true story?
No, it's kind of like what would you call it? It's like inspired by a true. Dirk Diggler is supposed to be John Holmes. They took a lot of
okay.
Yeah, because that was like pornography's like height. Like the pornography industry was really successful in this era. And I like how they kind of show like going from like they had to adapt to VCR and VHS tapes. I was like that aspect. Yeah, just and it's a lot too. It's kind of slice of life-ish. Like Julianne Moore has child custody issues, and Don Cheadle can't get loans from banks because he's a pornographic, pornography star, porn star.
He's an actor.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, he's an adult film star. But
although I don't think they ever show him filming, right?
I don't think they do.
No.
Yeah, I don't think they do. So I was kind of confused. I think on my first watch through, why he was even involved since he's a VCR man.
Yeah,
or not VCR, but
he's trying to sell the TK421.
Yeah,
TK421. Why are you not at your post? Yeah, he's like a stereo salesman or something. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was confused on my first watch through. I tried looking for it this time, but yeah, they never show him in like a film. But the banker does say you're in pornography. You can't.
Yeah, imagine saying that out loud though in a bank, talking about how you're.
Well, that's the thing. You could probably contemplate it like a little more politically correct. Yeah, I'm an adult film star or something.
Yeah, but when you put the pornographer word in there, it's like.
Yeah, I think he kept saying that too. He's like, "Quit saying that."
Yeah,
I'm an actor.
I'm an actor. Quit saying that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, do OnlyFans people struggle with that? I don't know.
Well, isn't OnlyFans like a side gig like DoorDash or something? You know, that's not usually like their main income, right? I don't know. I always thought OnlyFans
you're popular enough
does on the side.
Yeah, like some people can do it on the side, but if you get enough subscribers,
I know like teachers have gotten in trouble for having OnlyFans accounts, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It's always news.
Remember the whole basis of that latest South Park episode?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
Christian, what'd you think about Boogie Nights?
I've always liked this movie. I've always thought it's a really good watch. I think it was like my third time watching it ever, and yeah, still really good. I always liked the fact that Dirk Diggler and Roller Girl are both kind of like in the same situation, I guess, emotionally, when they're both looking for like a mom per se.
Yeah,
because he's got a shitty home life,
and
we don't really see hers, but you kind of assume when it gets to the point in the movie where she's like, "Can you be my mom?" to Julianne Moore.
That's the part where they're doing coke, right? Like in the bedroom.
Oh yeah.
I'll ask you, just say yes.
Yeah. I always like that dynamic. But yeah, it's cool storytelling of the rise and fall of a star, and eventually, I mean, we all know what happens. The movie ends pretty good. It's pretty much a happy ending.
Yeah. I mean, pretty for the most part, yeah. We lose some people on the way, but overall, I mean, yeah, it could be worse.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
On Homeboy, that part was awesome. It shot. I was like, "Oh, you got my attention," because I was like in and out of the movie through kind of messing on my phone, and then when that happened, I was like, I think from then on was when I was like, okay, the movie's got my attention now.
that definitely, I've always liked that part. I don't know. Well, are you talking the part where he kills himself?
Yeah.
New Year's, yeah.
So that really is a turning point in the movie, because it's New Year's Eve going from the 70s into the 80s. And really just like after that, everything just kind of starts going downhill.
Yeah.
Like that is like their peak. And then after that, everything just, it's a turning point for the movie.
Pretty cool. It is like the halfway point.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Yeah. Everything up until then is like pretty much a rise, and then just kind of goes downhill and kind of goes back up again at the end.
When William H. Macy, Chris pointed out he's the shoveler from Mystery Men.
Of course, yeah. Oh yeah.
When they do their big one shot where they follow him through the house, he's about to walk into, I think maybe the sliding glass doors or the front door or something. But anyway, there's a banner earlier that was set up. It said, "Goodbye 70s, hello 80s," and it's a nice banner. But when William H. Macy starts his scene, they put a red light flashing on it, and for some reason, maybe it's just me looking into it a little too much, but hello is just HELL capital, and the O is very small. Hell 80s.
Oh wow. Well, maybe I've never noticed that. Maybe
could have been on purpose.
Yeah, it could have been.
I gotta put it on screen to show you, but I thought that was
Did you find it?
Nice.
Do you have it on? Do you have it?
Sam will pull it up.
Okay.
Pull it up, Jamie.
Pull it up, Jamie. I'll add it in later too. But yeah, it's that's exactly what happens. Hell of the 80s when they start getting into cocaine too much and crashing their Corvettes and doing drug deals.
Yeah.
Isn't it meth that? Sorry, what were you saying?
You said there's meth?
Isn't it? Doesn't he eventually start doing meth? Doesn't Dirk Diggler start doing meth instead of cocaine, and that's like what
he might
contributes to his downfall?
I think he
I don't
might. He's
remember
definitely doing coke. He's doing coke at the start, but he might start doing meth at some point.
Yeah,
I just seen him doing coke.
because people will snort meth too, won't they? Or like they.
Yeah, no, you can.
Yeah. Okay. Because they look similar, but.
Yeah, I can't remember. I know it definitely cocaine for sure.
Oh yeah.
Might have been some meth.
He never gets married to Julianne Moore's character, right? Technically.
Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, because they act like, I mean, their chemistry is really solid throughout the movie until the shit hits the fan.
Yeah, she's like the surrogate mother figure for them, I guess, whatever you want to call it.
She's
She
the
really
milk.
pushed that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because of her problems with child custody or whatnot.
Yeah, she's probably using that as a way to cope with it. Yeah, the E's pretty small too, though.
Yeah.
But I
might
see
be
what
looking
you're
into it too much.
Hell,
Goodbye to hell.
Hell,
Goodbye.
80s. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
I like that scene too. It's like the three of them all kind of in the same place without even knowing it. When
yeah.
getting beat up, fucking the producer and Roller Girls beating up that one dude, and then Don Cheadle's character is going to the store. And so I was just gonna say, I think I just answered my own question right now, because I was gonna ask you. I kept hearing everybody kind of compare this to Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, to me,
And I
that's
was like, I don't see it, but
very, very Pulp Fiction-y.
that part right there, yeah, exactly.
Especially just how bad the he's like he's at a donut shop, and that just all fuck, like that's just that was like the worst. It's like how like the worst case scenario happens like that.
Yeah.
It's like everything just goes wrong. Except for him, I guess. But other than that, everything just really fucks up.
I don't know why. I kept expecting like a little bit more than because I was expecting like that part. I was like, oh, he's gonna grab the money and then he's gonna get framed for this, which it never happened.
Yeah, I kind of like how he gets away with it.
Yeah. There's a part where he was on his way over to go help that chick that was getting beat up by her boyfriend or whatever. And he's driving in his Corvette doing coke on the way there, and I was like, oh, he's gonna run over a person. He just hits a telephone pole and then just decides to go back home. I was like, the whole time I was like,
you guys must have watched the version I think that's a deleted scene, so you guys must have watched a version where they put the deleted scenes in. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think that's in the final cut of the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Him crashing his car?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Really?
It's in the final cut.
So
I could be wrong,
all of a sudden he has a crashed car?
Deleted scene.
Yeah, all of a sudden his car is just like mashed in the front.
Yeah, when they pull up.
You
to
don't
the
know why?
House. No. Yeah, they never say in the final cut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Wait, that's never bothered me.
It
If
seems
anything,
like a vital part.
it's like his life is so shitty. His car is just now automatically. Always
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I can see why they cut it though, because he's gonna go help that woman,
Yeah,
and
and
then
then-
crashes his car. And
Yeah,
then
it doesn't really go
the
anywhere.
whole storyline
Yeah.
disappears.
I have
Did
nothing.
they show that part?
I have nothing against it, but at the same time, I do understand why they took it out.
There was
Haven't even
nothing
seen
full
it.
frontal about that part though.
The full car, maybe, I don't know.
Oh yeah, he busted the front end of his car, I guess.
Dude, that Don Cheadle scene at the end, what the heck? Chris asked me too when it happened. He's like, would you take the money if everybody died in that donut shop?
Oh yeah.
But I would have called the cops and done my what do you call it? Good Samaritan.
Yeah.
Samaritan duty.
Yeah.
Well, that money helped him get his record store
just-
going.
Yeah, it did, but you know, just in real life, though, I feel like that would just somehow. I don't believe in karma, but at the same time, it's just like, I don't know, that would weigh on my conscience. Just taking money that I didn't earn.
Yeah.
I could fuck with.
Well, I mean, he's trying his best to get a loan and do everything right, and
But he's got a kid too.
and he's got a kid on the way, yeah, and it's just not working out for him. Then
Yeah.
and this crazy just coincidence happens right in front of him. and
Right. Yeah.
He's like, and then there's money there.
Yeah. I wonder how much money it was.
It didn't look like a lot.
Been a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
must have been a
I
lot.
mean, I guess
I don't know.
the-
Back then, you know,
what
the
was
amount
the
of the dollar
80s?
was more than it is now. So you
Yeah.
never know.
It's true.
$1 million.
I think Christian was touching on it a little bit with the characters. There's a lot of really good, well-crafted characters in this movie. Everybody has their own personality. I think you were bringing up Julianne Moore, how she's like a mother to the two kids. Maybe the only one who's not the most fleshed out is Burt Reynolds' character, Jack Horner. I
I didn't
mean,
even bring him up. He's one of the best parts of the movie, in my opinion.
he's good. He's
This is
good.
one of my favorite roles. This might be my favorite Burt Reynolds role.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell you too many Burt Reynolds roles, but this one's
Smokey.
really good.
I think most people will probably think Smokey and the Bandit, which is fun. Fun movie.
Yeah.
I like I really felt for that one dude. What's his name? I think it's Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah.
Where he like has this like part where he's like trying to like hit on Mark Wahlberg's character, and then he's like, I felt bad for him, and he's like, stupid shit. He's in the car. I was like,
his car's like, I'm a fucking idiot.
I was like, man, like I felt bad for the guy, dude. I was like, this poor guy, like, shot his shot, and he just feels it. Because like I think we've all been there before, to where we're.
I'm there every day of my life. After we're done, we go in the car.
I felt so bad for him, dude. I was like,
no, yeah.
Poor guy.
No, he buys the same, and this man, you feel really. He buys the same exact car as him.
Yeah,
I just wanted to see if you like it, because if you didn't, I was gonna take it back.
Yeah,
like it is very sad. It's very sad people just trying to find their place in life.
Yeah. Aren't Dirk Diggler? Sorry, what?
No, I was just gonna say I think Philip Seymour did a really awesome part acting in that scene, dude.
Oh yeah,
he's
one of the best. He's one of the best parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Aren't
Dirk Diggler and Roller Girl both like underage, or
I think
they're
at the
both like
beginning.
17.
Yeah, they might be in the beginning. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because even like at the end of the movie, it shows like, doesn't it show Roller Girl back in like a classroom or something?
Yeah, she's yeah.
Didn't she say she was gonna go back to school?
Something like that. They might have been.
Oh yeah, to get her GED.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
What happened? So I missed a little part in it, which I thought, if it's what I think it is. So there was that. What was this? The Colonel. What did he go to prison for?
I think he got caught with child porn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
I've always liked that scene.
Yeah, he's like slapping him in the mouth, in the prison, at the end.
Yeah. No,
but anyway,
caught, no, wait a minute. He gets caught for
killing a chick with coke.
Oh, she OD'd.
Was that that? But then they investigate his house and they find all this child porn.
Oh, okay.
And then
isn't the main producer Burt Reynolds' character? He basically was getting underage people to do his porn too, right?
Maybe, but I guess who knows? I don't know if when he child porn back then might have been like 10 or 12. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But no, there was. I know there's a chick. I forget her names. Oh God, have you guys ever seen Zach and Mary make a porno?
Yeah, a long time ago.
There's a chick in it. She was like a big porn star in the 80s. Fuck, what is her name? Oh my God, that's
Nina Hartley's in this one.
Right. I think Nina Hart is that William H. Macy's wife in this?
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve and I were talking about that recently. Anyway, there was a chick in the 80s. God, it's gonna drive me nuts. That Tracy Lords? I think it was Tracy Lords. She lied about her age, and she was doing porn like from I think when she was 16 or younger, and nobody knew because she like forged her birth certificates and all of her identification. And when it was her 18th birthday, I forget how. I think people found out because like she got arrested for like a expired license, and then that's how it came out that she was underage, and it cost the pornography industry like millions of dollars because I guess they had to get rid of all the stuff that she had previously done because it was technically child pornography.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
Well then. That's fucked.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. They had a she was like in Hustler and shit too, like big magazines as like a 17-year-old or 16-year-old.
Oh man.
God. wasn't it kind of like that with not a porn star, but like a regular 80s star? I forgot their name. Didn't Tiffany do Playboy like as a teenager or something?
I don't think so.
No.
Maybe.
Okay.
I doubt it since she was such a big star. I don't know. I don't know.
There was a lot of like underage stuff that was just kind of not looked at as a bad thing back then. You think about like the rock stars and
Right.
their groupies, and
Yeah.
I think there's like one chick that was on Howard Stern that I think she wrote a book about all these rock stars she was like having sex with when she was like 15, 16.
Yeah.
But she's like has no like ill will about it. She was like does it as like she's proud of it. Like and totally. But at that point, dude, she's basically like spilling the beans on all these people. I wonder what they think about it. Like, hey, shut your mouth, bitch. Like,
yeah.
And she's not saying it was just her. It was her and multiple underage chicks that were always getting.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Anthony Kiedis writes about that in his book. How there was a really hot 13-year-old with red lipstick that he tried taking home with him. He was always all over the preteen teenager girls.
Wow. It's the forbidden.
You remember that Chris
You
Collins?
have everything you want.
Remember that Chris Collinsworth video of him talking about how he liked high school girls or whatever because they were stupid, they didn't know any better or something.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, they're the easiest to get, man.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That was Anthony Kiedis?
No, it's Chris Collinsworth.
It's an NFL announcer.
Yeah, he was a wide receiver on the Bengals in the 80s, and it was on Monday Night Football. They just interviewed him. He's saying all this shit about how, like, yeah, now that I have money, it's really easier to pick up with these chicks, especially like the idiot punk rocker teenager girls,
Oh no!
What goes through these people's heads?
Bill out of my pocket and bang.
There's that the interview with the Subway guy, Jared, where the chick was like interviewing him, and he was just like spilling the guts about himself, like, and it was trying to get her kids. It's like, what goes in these people's heads? Like, do they think that they're not doing anything wrong, or they have some reason to like confide in somebody, or
I have no idea.
They just, I don't know. They think that their secret's totally safe with whoever they share that shit with.
Dumb.
So
there's a what's this? The guy who's famous for the freaking song that they play at all sports events.
Oh, Gary Glitter.
Yeah.
They don't play that song anymore. I remember it was so stupid. Joker got so much shit for putting that. It's like, come on. Really? I don't even like the movie. It's like, that's where why are you people getting pissed off at this? Like,
but he keeps getting let out and then he keeps doing it again.
Gary Glitter?
Yeah.
Really?
This show I was listening to was just talking about it. Like, I think he's gotten out multiple times. He keeps going back for the exact same thing.
Wasn't Volkswagen made by the Nazis? Like, I don't get it. We're gonna stop.
Oh yeah, dude. I was thinking about that during the football game.
It's like, where do we? I don't get it. It's it's like, where do we draw the line? I don't know. It's that song doesn't even have any lyrics. It's just that's why they used to play it at sporting events, because drunk people just like
best karaoke song.
I don't support that guy. Can go fuck himself, but at the same time, it's like it's just a song with no lyrics.
You still respect Michael Jackson's music over the person?
Do I respect Michael Jackson's music?
The music over the. Can you separate the music from the
of course. Yeah. I like Michael Jackson's music quite a bit. Off the Wall is a great album.
I totally agree with you. I can totally separate.
I remember, so we've had this discussion so many times, because in our song group chat, I'd be like, there are times where I really want to post R. Kelly music. I'm like, I probably shouldn't, but I do genuinely. The guy's a fucking horrible person, but I do think he made a lot of good music back in the day.
Yeah, like I've said this before. That's how I am with like Kanye's old stuff.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah,
I agree.
And with Michael Jackson, it's like that's too iconic to like not listen to every now and then. So
I mean, they're never gonna stop playing his music on the radio.
John C. Reilly, I like his character a lot.
What's his character's name? I always forget.
Reed Rothschild.
Yes.
He likes to perform magic tricks for everybody.
Yeah. Yes.
I like his final act.
He is a magician.
I like when he initially meets Mark Wahlberg, and they're kind of like trying to one up each other. He's gonna make him a drink, and he's like, "How much do you press?" He's like,
Oh, yeah.
200. He's like, "I do like 350. Yeah, I hit the local gym. I never see you there though.
Yeah.
I would know because I'm there all
You
the time."
ever seen that movie Star Wars? Oh yeah, like 5 times. People told me I look like Han Solo. He's like, really?
But then they become best friends. It reminds me a lot
Yeah.
of what's the other Step Brothers?
Yeah. Yeah.
John C. Reilly and
A little bit, yeah.
I like when they're trying to record the shitty music. And,
Yes.
and he's like, no.
Yes.
He said turn the bass down. You turn it down.
Yeah.
Listen to what my boy says.
That's fine to me. It's like, no, it's definitely distracting from my vocals. I think you should turn it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard the man. Turn it down.
You got the touch.
You got the power.
So if this is based on a true story, did John Holmes record any music? Is that out there somewhere?
I don't know. I don't think. Well, he died. He died like pretty young. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with John Holmes' life, but maybe. I'm not sure. I think he died of AIDS actually. I might be mistaken on that, but
We gotta watch Wonderland next.
yeah, that does look interesting.
It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
From what I remember, I haven't seen it since I was like 14 or something.
Oh wow.
Complications of AIDS in 1988.
He did. That's how he died.
Yeah.
How old was he?
Penis size.
There's a whole section about penis size on Wikipedia.
Oh, wow.
What's the official measurement?
His exceptionally large penis.
Holmes claimed his penis. Or go ahead, you read it, Sam. I mean, James.
Holmes's first wife recalled.
I can't hear you.
Hello.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
His first wife claimed it was 10 inches. He claimed it was 16 inches and 13 inches on 2 different occasions.
Shape shifting.
I mean, it's kind of what it is.
When you go from 10 to 16.
Is that like flaccid to hard, or was that both hard?
Was the
Different
cocaine
counts.
thing?
It's like big. You know, like no one can say like how tall Bigfoot is. Kind of, you know, it's different.
Like the fish story.
Yeah.
I got a fish.
A
It
big
was
fish.
this big.
Right. Yeah.
I like when he meets the colonel, and the colonel's all like, "So, can I see it?" Just whips it out right there, and
Yeah.
it zooms in on Colonel's face.
You know, that's funny because in Wonderland, I remember that being a scene too. He was
Oh.
like, "Hey, show him your penis," and he's like, shows him. He's like, "Oh yeah,
Hey, nice."
Yeah.
like it's a party trick." Hey,
Yeah.
everybody, come look at this guy's penis.
Right. Yeah.
I need this pop filter for how many times I'm gonna say penis in this.
Yeah. Muffle the peas.
What about when they show his, like, they go through the whole movie and then they end it showing his penis?
Yeah, it's a good prop.
Yeah.
I feel that
no
was good.
underpants.
Yeah.
Yeah, free balling.
Yeah. Going. They need to call that going commando.
Or commando.
Yeah. Isn't that what they called? I remember. I think back in the day, us children of the aughts would call it that.
I get it right this time.
Yeah.
He's playing a very strung out song. It's I'm trying to remember.
It's like a bell almost, or
like a death bell or something.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And it, it's going real slow, bong bong, just for the longest time. And it's just showing everything crumble. And I think Chris was like watching. He's like, "Oh, this is where everything goes rock bottom." It's pretty good, like, sense of tension in there. And even in the first half, before we get into the 1980s, I feel like there's a lot of tension, but maybe not with a death bell. Maybe like William H. Macy, his character has a lot of tension. He's like always walking on his wife, and I like
my wife.
I like the scene that Christian has. He's like shocked. He's like, "Man, she's even out in the driveway." And he walks up.
More pissed. He's just more irritated. He's like,
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Fucking again on the driveway.
Well, and then the way that everybody else reacts too. He comes up and he's talking to the cameraman, and the cameraman's just talking business. He's like, "Oh yeah, so we got to get some different stuff for the next scene, and this is how we're gonna shoot it." And he's just like bothered the whole time. He's like, "My wife, my wife.
She's got an ass in her cock right now. Okay, I'm sorry about the lighting right now."
Oh man.
Do you think that was a scripted line or a fuck up and they kept it?
No idea. I have no fucking clue.
It caught me, and I was like, "Did he say that wrong?"
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm sure there's probably an answer, but off the top of my head, I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's funny because it kind of works. If someone was flustered like that, they would probably get their words jumbled up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how the cameraman, he's all like, I'm gonna go join in now and check out what's going out.
You're right.
The driveway.
I might sneak a peek. Who knows?
Everybody's so casual about it.
Just doing it. It's like, all right.
Yeah, it's just happening.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the 60s that was the love age?
Yeah, like free sex or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, free
like
sex.
Sex liberation, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
So then, what would the 70s be?
Probably exploitation of that, I guess, with the pornography industry booming. It's like we can make money off of this. I don't know.
Yeah. And then I guess 80s is drugs. I don't know. Is that when cocaine?
That's like there was drugs in the 70s too, but it's just like I think the 80s kind of showed the after effects maybe of.
Yeah, I feel like
basic
drugs. 60s was like the happy drugs, 70s was the party drugs, 80s was the downfall of drugs.
Some crack got big, and probably meth got really bigger in there. At least like the again like the bad, because that's when like the Reagan administration had like the Just Say No campaign and Dare and all that stuff. That all started in the 80s.
In the 90s was like a depression drug. Like you had heroin and shit was.
Right. Yeah. heroin chic or whatever.
Maybe it kind of, Sam was talking about that. We got the different eras of like style and clothing and all that stuff. You even got the era of drugs to go along with it.
Pretty much,
we were talking earlier, and she was saying that now it's kind of like how the styles kind of loop back on itself, and like people are redoing the 80s style again or the 70s style again, and now it's like what were you saying?
Just with like all the different fashion styles and TikTok and Instagram, they all recycle so fast. Like there's so many, you can't keep up with the trends anymore.
Yeah.
So the 2020s, I feel like don't have their own identity. But that has nothing to do with drugs. It's clothes that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it's a big mix and mash and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Speaking of drugs, I really like his camera work when the three homies are hanging out trying to dice up their drugs and they're coming up with the plan.
The table?
Yeah, shot.
Yeah, I like that shot.
Up under the table, and you could just watch them chopping everything up, and it keeps on going. It's sweeping back and forth between them as they're conversating, but then like like almost like a druggie, it's like flashing a lot too, like cutting to each one. And I think that's when they're trying to plan their big heist. I'm not sure.
At the drug house?
Yeah.
The Doc Ock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Satipo from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
I remember really thinking about that scene too when they were showing it in the camera angle, and I was like, I wonder if they're going to show him do any lines. I bet not, because it's kind of impossible to hide it with that camera angle, and they don't snort any lines that scene. I remember watching like, I wonder if they're going to do it. How are they going to hide the fact? Because usually they show a line, but you can hide it somehow or whatever. But from that angle, it's like there's no hiding it. So I was like, are they going to show them do something? And they don't. They just sit there and cut lines the whole time and talk and keep scraping lines around.
Yeah,
I don't know why that stuck out to me.
I feel like that's Dirk Diggler's main sort of downfall is him getting so into drugs, because then he can't perform. That's when I've always liked that scene when he's in the bathroom, he's just pleading like, "Come on, please, please, please! Like, come on, get hard, please."
Yeah.
And then he does, and then he's like, "Okay, Jack." I swear to God, do you guys remember Jack FM?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to play that. They used to play that soundbite in between songs, like, "Hey Jack, I'm ready to go, Jack." I swear to God. Anyway, that kind of, because then Burt Reynolds kind of just like cast him to the side, and he was always he already was kind of that was already in place because he found a new dude, and Dirk Diggler's just totally just ignores him when he's introduced.
Yeah, he's like, it's my cock. I want to fuck now.
Yes, yeah. Cock's ready. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I said 20 minutes.
He's like, I don't want you filming right now in the state you're in. State I'm in? State of California? Know where I am, Jack.
Yeah. Like CJ pointed out that he got an actor that looked just like him to replace him.
A little bit, yeah.
Like he had the same haircut and everything. Yeah.
Yep.
Like right when they showed him, he's like, "Oh man, he got somebody that looks just like him. Like he's pushing out the old and bringing in the new."
Yeah.
Which he dies in a car crash. Oops.
Oh, that guy does?
Oh, is that another deleted scene?
Maybe.
I think
I don't
John
remember
C.
that.
Reilly comes into the studio and explains it to him. He's like, "Yeah, that guy, he just
Wow.
died in a car
I don't
crash straight through the
remember that at all.
windshield."
Okay, wow. Huh, that's crazy.
He was what?
Oh yeah, that's right.
He was giggling when he said it too because he was high.
Mark Wahlberg's like, "Man, that's got to be a painful way to go, right through the windshield." Dang.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny. I think at the end of the film, though, Christian was touching on a little bit. It ends a little happy. It seems to be a film about family. In the end,
It's about family.
it's about family. Because they're all in the house together. Roller Girl's cleaning up her room. Got a baby in the pool who's just born.
I like what Burt Reynolds says. He's like, he's not going to piss in the pool, is he? And she's like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I hope not. Yeah. It kind of like a misfit family all together at the end there.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah. Yeah, because everybody comes back together, and despite their problems, they're all able to reunite and keep doing their thing.
Yeah.
And we see Dirk Diggler's penis.
Yeah.
His glorious penis.
Yeah.
It was like this big.
Exactly. Yeah, it ended well though. I liked it. I like the final magician scene.
Oh my god.
The final magic
He's
trick.
like actually at it where he's at a magic. He's performing a magic show or whatever.
Yeah, and then the chick comes out of the box.
Yeah.
Topless.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Good magic trick.
Yes.
Were you gonna say something?
What was Dirk off to do in that last scene when he's giving himself a pep talk?
Shoot more porn, maybe?
Yeah, they're doing good scene, I guess.
He's got his hair all done and everything, and
yeah, he's very like, you can tell it's like that's got to be like the mid '80s. At that point, he looks very like Miami Vice kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like reliving, or he's gonna shoot more of the. What was the awesome name he came up with for his character?
Not Dirk Diggler, but
Nah.
his like secret agent.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Was it Chuck or something like that? No.
Chest something.
That was John C. Reilly's was chest.
It's gonna drive me nuts. Brock something or other.
Yeah, Brock something.
Oh man, I like that documentary she makes for him too.
Yeah.
Like he's well known in the arts
yeah.
of karate and tai chi.
He's like, I've saved thousands of marriages.
Yeah.
Trying to justify.
Yeah, he
porn.
sounds like such an idiot too. He's like, yeah, like when in Rome when they're trying to take down Napoleon, it's, everyone wants to take you down when you're at the top,
Yeah. Comparing himself to Napoleon.
Yeah.
Before that, though, in the first half, I really like his character, Dirk Diggler. He's very idyllic. He comes into the business and he's like, I want to make it sexy. I want to make you look sexy to Julianne Moore's character. And he actually wants to make a film like that has a storyline and has characters in it. He's like, I don't want like violence in it. I don't like the choking and stuff. I want to like actually make something for people. Which
I think he's really hesitant to go to VHS tape too, I think.
Yeah, that's right. I think. Well, I know for sure Burt Reynolds was trying to turn it down, but
that's what I'm. I thought that's what I'm talking. Burt Reynolds. Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting. He kind of saw it coming that it wasn't going to be the best. Although I don't know. What does history say? Was the VHS better than tape, or?
Well, VHS is.
Yeah. What was it? Was real.
Or was it better than film?
No. The reason why is because So that's the reason. So I guess I'll explain this as best as I can, and this probably has nobody would probably care. But like when home video first started booming, like early '80s, it was VHS and Betamax, and pornography used VHS tapes because you could hold more tape in it, and it was cheaper. And that's why VHS took off mainly, was because pornography. That's what I've always heard.
Wow,
that makes sense.
What was
Max? It was like about 2/3 the size of a VHS tape.
But Betamax was also tape.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It was like, remember like Blu-ray and HD
Yeah.
HD DVD. It's like that.
Yeah.
Like they call it format wars.
Do they still make HD?
No, that's been gone probably like 15 years.
Yeah.
It even has one around here somewhere. We don't have a player though.
You can't play them on a Blu-ray?
No.
Oh.
That's what Xbox fucked up on, was you had to buy for when the 360 came out, you had to buy like an add-on to play HD DVDs, which is stupid. That's what PlayStation got right. You just buy it and then the Blu-ray player is already in there.
And what was even? Did you guys ever see what was it? PlayStation Portable? They started making
PSP.
Yeah, they started making movies for that with the
Right.
small.
Yeah.
That seemed like
I never had one.
market to try to put movies on.
I had a couple. I think I had Family Guy season 1.
Yeah, I remember there was a lot of Family Guy episodes. Yeah, I never had. I don't know. I've never really liked watching movies like on my phone or and on a small screen. But yeah, they made a lot of movies. I forget. I think it was called UMD. That was the disc or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but that guy that harasses Roller Girl in the back of the taxi, not taxi, in the back of the limo, he kind of says, "Your films suck anyway," and that really set Burt Reynolds. Because it must be kind of true.
Yeah,
and tackles him.
Yeah,
I guess because the quality went down in VHS, or maybe just like the quality of like a script went down. I don't know.
Probably that. Well, I think it just goes to show how passionate Burt Reynolds is about his work.
Mm-hmm.
He really struck a nerve. Talk shit about that guy's pornography work.
Well, even the cameraman, when he's editing the latest movie with the replacement of Dirk Diggler, he says, "It is what it is, boss."
Yeah.
Not the best.
That's the thing too. It's like I think everyone kind of finally realizes they're all better when they're working together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had lightning in a bottle with that crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So what do we rate it?
Yeah, let's rate it.
Well, actually, I wanted to talk about Thomas. We didn't talk about Thomas Jane's character. I don't know. Does anyone have anything to say about his character?
Who's that?
Todd. He's Todd Parker in the movie.
The guy, his friend with the goatee.
Yeah.
Or
the mustache.
Is it just the mustache?
Mustache.
He shows up at like the New Year's party.
Yeah.
Oh, Punisher.
Punisher.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
he's
too
cool.
much of his role in the movie. Oh no, wait, yeah, he was the third guy in the. Yeah, we didn't even talk about that whole end scene.
Yeah.
With Doc Ock.
Yeah,
the drug deal.
yeah, the drug deal.
Yeah.
That was a fucking awesome scene.
That's like one of my favorite scenes in any movie ever.
That
Yeah,
had like
definitely my favorite
definitely
scene in the
like
movie.
true romance vibes to it. Is what I kept thinking of through the whole.
I
that
think
whole scene.
it's way. I mean, I like True Romance, but I think that scene is better than anything in True Romance. Maybe not. I don't know. I like the Christopher Walken, Dennis Hopper part, but it's just so. It's just that's how I like. That's what I like. None of it makes like there's like a Asian guy in his underpants throwing firecrackers.
Yeah.
the whole time, and everyone's just like every time one goes off, everyone's just like freaking out. So,
Yeah.
Even I was jumping too every time it would go off.
it's too good.
I remember watching that scene for the first time and just like biting my nails off. I was like, "Oh my god, how are they gonna get out of this? Just get the hell out! You got the money."
They're ripping him off, right? It's like
The whole time I was like wondering what was gonna happen. Like,
Yeah.
was that guy gonna be like, "Hey, this is fucking baking powder. This isn't coke." Like,
Yeah.
like like what was gonna happen. The fucking
Right.
when
He
and
got
yeah,
fucked up because he wants to steal his like secret stash or whatever under his bed or something.
which and it makes sense to me. Like, show me where the coke is. Why would he be buying coke from you if he's already got coke there at the house?
No, I think they were trying to steal cash from him or something.
Yeah, I know, but he brought coke from that guy to buy coke off them, and then he was like, "Show me where the cash and the coke and all the stuff."
Oh, maybe to so they could sell it on their own. Maybe I don't know.
But why would he be buying coke if he already had coke?
He's not buying. Well, just I don't know. Just you can never have enough coke. I don't know.
I guess you're right.
You probably run out of coke real quick.
Yeah, that damn Chinese guy is doing all his coke and blasting off fireworks.
I like
he beats Star-Lord to mixtapes.
Yeah,
he has his own awesome mixtape in his cassette player.
Awesome mixtape number 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, that had a lot of good songs back to back on that.
Yeah, this whole movie just has a really great soundtrack.
Yeah,
it does.
Whenever I hear the what's it? I forget what it's called. The one that's like like I always think that scene. Same with Jesse's Girl. Like anytime those songs come on the radio, I always think of that scene.
Wish I had Jesse's Girl. Thomas Jane, when he gives the drugs to Doc Ock, he asked for $5,000 and Doc Ock pretty much agrees, but he like starts cracking up and just laughing, and I feel like it's because he can't believe it's actually working.
Yeah.
But, oh my god, I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, there's just so much good stuff. Like I like the part where it's just Mark Wahlberg just staring for like a minute and a half.
Yeah, that was a very intense part.
Like just disassociating.
You think he's gonna like have a moment of realization, and then all of a sudden it just goes back to like I'm like waiting for something to happen, and then it just goes back to how it was before. Like
no. That's like right after he's like, hey man, we gotta go. That's when he finally realizes like we need to get the fuck out of here. And he finally realizes like, hey man, we gotta go. We gotta split. And then Thomas Jane just then fucks everything up by kind of like saying they're gonna rob the guy.
Getting too greedy.
Yeah, and then as his character Todd gets blasted. Once he opens the door.
Yeah. Oh, that was badass. Shotgun blast to the gut.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, and then has to roll his car down the hill.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I know John C. Reilly like trying to run, and he's like fuck it and takes off and books around the corner.
Total chaos. So great.
It's crazy seeing him like all skinny in this movie.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I think everyone thinks of him as like the guy from Step Brothers, but he's had like a pretty like, you know, full-fledged career, like dramatic roles.
Same with Don Cheadle. The first time I ever seen him was in War Machine. Or in Iron Man. Okay. And I was like, oh shit.
He wasn't even originally War Machine. He was Terrence Howard's replacement. He's not War Machine in the first one.
Yeah, I know. I wish they would have kept I always wish they would have kept Terrence Howard. I thought he was a better War Machine.
I kind of did too. I don't know. I get a lot of shit for saying that though.
Nah, I like Terrence Howard.
Yeah, I didn't
He was
mind
way
him.
better.
Yeah. I mean, I like Don Cheadle a lot too, but
which is funny because I feel like Terrence Howard and Robert Downey had more of like a good chemistry between each other.
So too,
and that's the whole reason why they got rid of them is because they in real life fucking had bad chemistry with each other.
Didn't get along.
Yeah, they didn't get along, and Terrence Howard wanted more money, and they're like, no.
Right. I knew kind of that was the reason why, but I didn't. Yeah. It's funny though.
Chris, since this is your first time watching, what do you give Boogie Nights?
So off top. So since I was kind of in and out of it, I definitely want to watch it again. But I just on the fact of what I did catch out of it, and once it caught because like I said, no fault to the movie at all. I was just not paying attention. But once I got into it, I was like, all right, here we go. Like this movie's fucking badass. And my first watch through, I feel like I can give it a 4, but I definitely feel like I said, I'm getting this movie. I'm going to watch it again. I bet you that number is going to go up. Like I could, I could see it being a 5 for sure.
Very nice. 4 out of 5. Ian, what do you give Boogie Nights?
I'll give it a 5. I can't really think there, and it's actually, well, I actually can think of things. It's just, if anything, are just kind of nitpicks. Like, I don't like some of the camera work.
Really? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
In
like
certain scenes, I don't like certain zooms, certain like sweeps during certain scenes. I don't care for, but
okay.
that's just kind of a nitpick. That's the only thing I could think of. I just think it kind of takes the moment out of the scene. If that makes any, that probably doesn't make any sense. But I don't know. So I just feel like it's not appropriate. It just doesn't.
It takes you out of the moment
a little bit. Certain, like there's a scene where when it's early on in the movie when Mark Wahlberg's fighting with his mom, and they cut to the dad listening to it in the other room. It just doesn't work. It like sweeps in on him, and it's just too dramatic. I feel like if it just was just a still shot of him listening to it, it just didn't work. Because in the other room, it's all kind of like handheld, kind of herky jerky, which works. And then you just get this like sweepy cinematic. It just doesn't. It's like it's like a 180. It just, I don't know. It doesn't feel right to me.
Yeah.
There's like other scenes too, like the part where Burt Reynolds is beating up the guy in the Letterman jacket from the limo, and there's like a sweep up to Heather Graham. To me, that just doesn't work either.
Oh, interesting.
But that's just it. I mean, regardless, like I've just always thought this was Mark Wahlberg does a really great job. I know, like at the time, he was just kind of considered, like he was in a few movies at this point, but he was still kind of looked at as like Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch and Calvin Klein model. But I've always thought, I think this is the best acting job he's ever done.
Yeah,
I think this is the best movie Paul Thomas Anderson's ever done. Yeah, it's just like that scene we're just talking about, that drug deal scene alone is just, to me, just perfection. Like it's just everything about that part is just it doesn't get better than that to me. And just, yeah, it's like Pulp Fiction. It's a long ass movie, but I'm never really bored. I'm pretty invested in all the characters and their plights, and yeah, it's just I've always liked it. It's just up my alley. It's like it's everything I want out of a movie. So yeah, I'll give it a 5.
Nice.
Very nice.
Christian, what about you?
Yeah, I got to give this a 5 too. It's always been a great one to me. Ian has said this before, but it's got like everything in it. It has sex, drugs, action, drama, romance, like everything you want in a movie is in this. And
rock and roll when he's recording.
Exactly. Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Yep. So, yeah, I agree with you, Ian. That I would say it's Mark Wahlberg's best performance of his career. Yeah, I'd have to watch again to see exactly like the camera angles that you're talking about.
That's probably just me. Being, I don't know, trying to find.
I remember like in the camera angle. Well, I guess it's a deleted scene, so you guys haven't seen it. But when he's in the car, it's got like this action shot where the camera angle is like basically kind of like on the passenger seat, tilted a little bit, and he's like driving. And he's got the cigarette in his mouth, and he's like moving the cigarette around, and that camera work. I remember thinking like, that's a cool angle.
It's a great shot movie. It's just, I feel like sometimes to me, it's like you're just trying to get a little too kind of artsy, for lack of a better word, a little too fancy. It's just like, just leave it be. But at the same time, I wouldn't take it away. Like, to me, would I change it? I guess not. I mean, I gave it a 5, so I guess I wouldn't really change it. It's just when I see it, I'm kind of like, that's not needed. But at the same time, there's nothing I would really change about it.
Yeah, same. I'm entertained the whole way through. I'm never bored throughout it at all. But yeah. What about you, Carlos? What do you rate Boogie Nights? Was it your first time watching it?
No, Ian showed me it. Like, this is like one of the first movies I remember you showing me back in 2020. It's a good movie. I think that it also my score has gone up since then. Not that I scored it back in 2020, but rewatching it now.
Pre-scoring games.
Yeah, pre-score. No, my opinion on it has definitely gone up. Just getting to do a rewatch. So, Chris, I think you're definitely gonna like it on your next rewatch. But yeah, so many iconic scenes. William H. Macy, I love that scene because it's all one shot following him through the house.
Of course. Yeah, that's so
That one's
so
great.
awesome.
Yeah,
But then again, it's like flawless.
and it's such a tragic scene too. It's crazy.
I like that one real quick. I like how they have a picture of him at the end where he shot himself.
Oh yeah. So was that where he shot himself?
That had to have been where he shot himself.
Yeah, I had said that. I was like, I wonder if they hung that right where he shot himself.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
Like a memorial. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I like little touches like that.
Yeah. This time I was paying more attention to the characters. I really like Mark Wahlberg's character, just seeing how idyllic he is in the beginning, you know, those shining eyes. He's ready to make some good in this world and help couples he thinks he's doing. He's like, oh yeah, people have written me. They've really gotten a lot of help from my films. To his downfall, he's getting into drugs way too much. He's more pale. He's always sweating. He can't, perform. It's really, really well done, really well crafted. We're talking about these camera angles. I really like the camera work in this movie. It's great. Yeah, I think it's pretty much a perfect film. 5 out of 5 for me. It's really good. The only thing I don't get, why is it called Boogie Nights? I think we boogie like one time.
Yeah, right. I know it's a song. I forget if the song.
It's the epitome of the 70s, right?
Yeah.
70s disco era, Boogie Nights.
Yeah.
I think Chris was saying he wanted to practice the dance that they do.
Oh yeah,
dance floor.
I was gonna say we should all recreate that. Or
we gotta hit up the disco.
Yeah.
We got the disco right here.
Yeah.
I think I do have a disco.
Yeah. Right now, when you're kind of hashing out Mark Wahlberg's character and his ideal, like his
he's like very idyllic.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. He was always like, when she calls him up to, and he was like, I gotta go kick ass, or I gotta do this, or he's always trying to fight. But every time, like he's being held, he never gets in a fight. And the one fight he gets into, he doesn't even fight. Like he thinks
he gets his ass kicked. Is it?
Yeah. But it's even when he's like trying to fight and people are holding back, he's throwing like ridiculous kicks and
like
this guy can't fight. But I think he's so like he's so like into his character of like this badass fucking that he thinks he's that character and he think he could fight.
God, that's gonna drive me nuts. What is his real name is like Eddie something, and then his pseudonym is Dirk Diggler, and then when he portrays himself when he portrays like that role, it's Brock. I almost want to say Lesnar. It's obviously not Brock Lesnar. It's something like that though. Oh man, that's gonna drive me fucking insane. Oh well.
You know what else I really like? They were hanging. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Christian.
Oh no, I was just gonna say because they tell Burt Reynolds the names in the car, and I'm trying to think of them. But
I like the scene when they're trying to come up with his name in the hot tub. They're like, "What do you want to name yourself, kid?" And he describes it perfectly. I want it in purple neon lights, green border, and I want it to explode with the name. And then they actually show that.
Right. Yeah, that is a cool little touch.
Diggler.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Yeah. Boogie Nights. I hope that the Leonardo DiCaprio film's good. I'm sure it will be. It's got Leo.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
Thank you everybody for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for reviewing Boogie Nights with me.
Yeah, glad we did. I hope everyone got something out of it.
Good movie. Oh, yeah. Thanks for tuning in. We're Last Night Productions. Peace.